Your daughter isn't my son's child. Those 6 words from my mother-in-law shattered my world 3 weeks ago. I laughed in her face. I took the DNA test to prove her wrong. The results came back yesterday. She was right, but not in the way any of us expected. My name is Sarah, and I've been married to Michael for 6 years. We have a beautiful 4-year-old daughter named Emma. She's the light of our lives. Bright blue eyes, curly blonde hair, always laughing. My mother-in-law, Patricia, never liked me. From day one, she made it clear I wasn't good enough for her precious son. But I dealt with it. For Michael. For our family. 3 weeks ago, we were at Patricia's house for Sunday dinner. Emma was playing in the living room while I helped set the table. Michael was outside grilling with his father. Patricia cornered me in the kitchen. "We need to talk," she said, her voice ice cold. I turned around, confused. About what? She stepped closer, her eyes scanning my face like she was looking for cracks. "I know your secret, Sarah." My heart started racing. What secret? Patricia, what are you talking about? Emma. She practically spat the name. She's not Michael's daughter, is she? The room started spinning. Excuse me? Don't play dumb with me. I've seen the way you look when people mention how different she looks from Michael. I see your guilt. I couldn't breathe. You're insane. Emma is 100% Michael's daughter. How dare you? Then prove it, she interrupted, pulling something from her purse. A DNA test kit. Take this test. If I'm wrong, I'll apologize and never mention it again. But if I'm right, she smiled coldly. Michael deserves to know the truth. I grabbed the box from her hands, my own shaking with rage. Fine, fine. And when this proves you're a paranoid, vindictive woman, you're going to apologize to me in front of the entire family. She just smiled. We'll see. That night, I told Michael everything. He was furious. She said, "What? That's insane. Sarah, you don't have to do this test. I know Emma is mine. I was there when she was conceived. I was there through the entire pregnancy." I know, baby, but I want to do it. I want to shove those results in her face and watch her choke on her words. Michael hugged me tight. I'm so sorry. My mother is... I don't even know what to say. We did the test the next day. Swabbed Emma's cheek, swabbed Michael's cheek, sent it off. The whole time I was confident. Angry, but confident. Emma was Michael's daughter. I had never even looked at another man. We'd been together since college. There was literally no possibility of her being anyone else's child. The wait was torture, not because I was worried about the results, but because Patricia's accusation kept playing in my mind. How could she think that? What had I ever done to make her believe I would cheat? 2 weeks later, the email came. Michael opened it while I was making breakfast. I heard him gasp from the living room. "Sarah, you need to see this." The tone of his voice made my blood run cold. I walked in, my legs feeling like jello. He turned the laptop toward me, his face completely white. Probability of paternity, 0%. Michael is not the biological father. I collapsed onto the couch. That's impossible. Michael, that's impossible. He just stared at the screen, tears streaming down his face. Sarah, did you cheat on me? No. I grabbed his face, forcing him to look at me. Michael, I swear on everything I love, I have never been with another man. Not once, not ever. You are the only man I've been with since I was 19 years old. Then how do you explain this? He pointed at the screen, his voice breaking. I couldn't. I had no explanation. I started hyperventilating. The next 3 days were hell. Michael moved into the guest room. He wouldn't look at me, wouldn't talk to me. Emma kept asking why Daddy was sad. I barely slept. I went through every moment of my pregnancy in my mind. The conception, the hospital, the birth, everything. There had to be an explanation. And then at 3 a.m. on the third night, it hit me. The hospital. I grabbed my phone and started searching. Baby switched at birth. Hospital mix-up. Wrong baby given to mother. Dozens of cases. It happens more than people think. My hands were shaking as I called the hospital where I gave birth. At 3 a.m., I left a desperate voicemail for the patient advocate. At 9 a.m., they called back. By noon, I was in their office with Michael, Emma, and a team of hospital administrators who looked absolutely terrified. "Mrs. Anderson," the patient advocate said carefully, "we're taking your concerns very seriously. We're going to investigate every step of your delivery and post-delivery care. I want to see the records, all of them, now." They brought out files. We went through everything. The delivery was normal, but then we got to the nursery logs. That night, there had been 2 baby girls born within hours of each other, both blonde, both with blue eyes. Emma Anderson, Lily Martinez. The nurse who had been on duty that night had been fired 6 months after I gave birth for procedural violations. My heart stopped. What kind of violations? The administrator hesitated. She was found to have improperly tagged several newborns. We implemented new protocols immediately after. "You gave me the wrong baby?" I screamed, standing up so fast my chair fell over. "You gave me someone else's child?" Michael grabbed my hand. His face was ghost white, but something had changed in his eyes. He believed me now. The hospital fast-tracked DNA testing. They located the Martinez family, Carmen and Jose Martinez, with a 4-year-old daughter named Lily, who had brown eyes and dark hair, just like Michael. When we got Lily's DNA results compared to both families, the truth came crashing down like an avalanche. Emma was Carmen and Jose's biological daughter. Lily was our biological daughter. We'd been raising each other's children for 4 years. The meeting with the Martinez family was the hardest thing I've ever done. We sat in a hospital conference room, 4 parents, 2 little girls who had no idea their entire worlds were about to change. Carmen was crying before anyone even spoke. Jose had his arm around her, but he looked just as devastated. I don't understand how this happened," Carmen whispered. "We trusted them. We trusted the hospital." "So did we," Michael said quietly, looking at Lily, our biological daughter, who was shyly hiding behind her mother's chair. Emma was sitting on my lap, playing with my necklace, completely oblivious. The hospital administrator cleared his throat. "We take full responsibility for this error. We are prepared to offer counseling, financial support, legal assistance." "We don't want your money," Jose said angrily. "We want our daughter." The room went silent. I held Emma tighter. She was my daughter. I had raised her. I had been there for her first word, her first step, every nightmare, every celebration. She was mine. But Lily? I looked at the little girl with Michael's eyes, his smile, and my heart broke into a million pieces. That was my daughter too, my biological daughter, and I'd missed 4 years of her life. That was 2 months ago. We decided, all 4 of us, that we wouldn't switch the girls back. How could we? They knew us as their parents. Switching them would traumatize both children. Instead, we're co-parenting, all 4 of us. It's messy and complicated, and sometimes I cry myself to sleep because I'm getting to know my biological daughter while also terrified of losing the daughter I raised. But Emma and Lily, They think it's the coolest thing ever. They call each other sisters. They have sleepovers at both their houses. They're adjusting better than any of us. Carmen and I have become close. We talk every day. We cry together. We share photos and stories about our girls, because that's what they are. Both of them belong to both of us now. Michael and Jose have bonded over their shared fury at the hospital. We're suing, of course, but more importantly, we're working together to make sure this never happens to another family. And Patricia? When I called her to tell her the DNA results, she started gloating. I knew it. I knew you were Patricia, I interrupted. You were right. The DNA test proved Emma isn't Michael's biological daughter, because the hospital gave us the wrong baby. We've been raising the Martinez family's daughter for 4 years, and they've been raising ours. Silence. What? You accused me of being a cheater and destroying your son's life, when in reality, I'm a mother who has to share her daughter with another family because of a hospital's mistake. You almost destroyed our marriage over your paranoia. More silence. I expect that apology now, in front of the whole family, just like we agreed. She hung up. We haven't spoken to her since. Michael says he's done with her until she apologizes to me. I don't know if she ever will. But I do know this. I have 2 daughters now. Emma, who I've loved since the moment they placed her in my arms, and Lily, whom I'm learning to love more every day. Both of them are mine. Both of them are Carmen's. Both of them are loved beyond measure. Family isn't always about blood. Sometimes it's about who shows up, who loves you, who fights for you. And sometimes it's about 2 families coming together to do what's best for the children they all love. That's my story. The DNA test that proved my mother-in-law right, but shattered everything we thought we knew about our family.